Introduction to functions. For the purposes of this exercise, I've created a small table here. Rows are named for the days of the week, Monday through Saturday. Columns are named A, B, and C. And then into the table I've placed just some random numbers that don't serve any purpose other than for our exercise here. Now this is to teach you about the most basic of the Excel functions: sum, average, count, maximum, and minimum. And there's literally hundreds of functions available in Excel. Any calculation that you could possibly conceive of is possible in Excel. But for the purposes of these tutorials, we're going to stick with the basics. You'll notice this Greek letter sigma up here on your toolbar. That's the easiest place to access these formulas. If you click the drop down arrow, you'll see sum, average, count, maximum, and minimum, the ones that we're dealing with. I'm going to highlight the cell where I want my result to display, and I want in this cell the sum of all the numbers in that table. So I'm going to click the arrow, choose sum, and you'll see the flashing line shows the cells which Excel has assumed I want the sum of these cells. Excel is incorrect, but I appreciate the effort. What I'm going to do is click and drag over the cells that I actually want, which is all the cells in the table, and just hit enter, and it will give me the sum of all of those numbers. Now it's essentially the same for all of the other formulas. If I want the average of all the cells in that, or all the values in this table, I would click the average on the sigma, choose average, choose all of the cells in the table, hit enter, it gives me the average. If I want the count, I want to know how many numbers or how many entries are in this table. There's 18 entries. If I want to know the largest number, I would use max. If I want to know the smallest number, I would use minimum. And it's that easy. Now, likewise, if I wanted, let's say I want the sum of each column as well, I can use the same thing, click for sum, and you see in this case, because of where I've chosen to place my results, Excel has assumed correctly what cells I'm going to want the sum of. So I'm just going to hit enter. Now, if you've watched the video on the fill handle, you'll know that I can now just grab the fill handle for this formula, or this function, drag it over, and get the sums of all the other columns as well. Now, as I said, there's literally hundreds of functions available in Excel. And if you go to the sigma and click more functions, and then I'm going to choose all just so you can see how massive this list is. It's a huge list. And it would take forever to figure out what each of these does. They don't all make the most sense. But you can always search for a function. And what I'm going to do is type in a question: how do I find the median? And it gives me some recommendations. Average is a good function. Median, which returns the median, or the number in the middle of a set of given numbers. So you remember mean, median, and mode from elementary and junior high math. I'm going to use the median function. Okay. Now you see it's already clicked in the formula for me, and it's chosen a range of cells. I don't want this particular range of cells though, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to select the ones that I want, and I'm going to click OK. It's doing some calculation, and now I know that the median of those numbers is 55. Likewise, I can do the same with mode or whatever other function I find myself needing.